How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you are new to this channel, the reason why we do this, you probably had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, and you want to come and watch this video while getting a ton of value, and you want to hear one of my corny jokes. So here it comes. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn? Come on. Fire. Anyway, so what we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about ZOM, and we're going to be talking about Roblox. Yes, I talked about Roblox not too long ago. You guys are asking me, hey, what are your thoughts in regards to what price I should be getting in at? So guess what? We're going to be doing a technical analysis on both of these stocks, and then we're going to be actually taking a look at the short interest on ZOM, getting an update on that. I feel like that is something that we need to know, especially since we saw some strong moves in the market from ZOM today. As you guys know, even though I sold 75% of my position, I still have 25% that is pretty much all profit that I'm just letting it ride. So I do have some interest in it as well. But like I said, let's do those technical analysis videos, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts on both of these stocks afterwards. Technical analysis for Zomedica, which I must say had a very impressive day today. As you can see, it reached a high of $1.85, and the low on the day was literally right here at $1.48. So definitely something that you want to see, especially when it comes to a penny stock. So one thing you could see right off the bat, we definitely had a resistance area here right at the $1.80 level. As you can see here from 11:55 a.m. and on, this area did a great job in regards to holding the stock back. So there's definitely a lot of selling pressure here. But also what we see what's going down into the after hours, it looks like it's starting to become a level of support. So seeing ZOM finish above this $1.80 area would actually indicate a bullish trend, especially how we could see it riding above the 21-day EMA. So one of the things that we want to take a look at, if it pulls back, what's a support area that we need to look out for? So one area of support that I would say to keep an eye on is right here around this $1.75 area. If this area breaks, then we could definitely get down into the $1.70s, as you can see here. And then the next level to take a look on, and also keep your eyes open in case you see it, is around this $1.60 area. If we take a look at the 5-day 5-minute, and see like a more bigger picture what has been going on recently, we could see if we could get past this resistance area here at $1.85. The next level that we could definitely look forward to is right here around the $1.92, and then get close to revisiting that $1.95. And if we pass $1.95, we'll be revisiting $2. But it needs to maintain its bullish trend. So if we take a look now at the 3-month 1-day chart, as you guys can see over here, it's done a great job as of late staying above that 21-day EMA. Of course, yes, it's been sold off heavy, but look what's happening here. It ended up breaking through the 50-day SMA you see here at $1.78. So one of the things we want to look for is some sign of recovery. It's made a strong recovery, and now it's back actually getting above the particular area. So one of the things, if it ends up finishing above the 50-day and start reclaiming back to here where you see the 21-day EMA at $1.98, we can get back to the bullish uptrend. This is something to take notice of, especially if you are long on ZOM, because the way how this has performed, especially since it's a penny stock, it definitely does show that there's a lot of volume and there's a lot of demand for Zomedica, especially if you look at the overall trading volume on the day. It was around 85 million, which is very good. So I would definitely look forward to seeing this bullish movement continue for ZOM. And like you see right here, if it can get past even $2.50, it will definitely get past $2.20. And then you can start seeing a bullish move to the upside if you can get past that 230 area. All right, so we're now on fintel.io. We're just going to take a quick look at ZOM's short interest. So as you can see right here, the short volume ratio is at 36%. So this is considered high. So one of the things we need to take into consideration when we see this is that actually increases the chances of a possible short squeeze. So we could see drastic price action in the ZOM stock in regards to if it's moving towards the upside. If you see here, short shares available is around 10 million, and we can see the borrow fee rate is around 3.24%, so not that high at all. But one of the things you want to take notice of, as you can see, all the way dating back to around March the 16th, and even if we go further back, even around March the 12th here, it was as low as 14.76%, and now here on March the 24th, most recently, it's at 35.64%. So that has more than doubled. So back on March the 11th, you can see here was at 34.69. So just taking this into consideration, it'll be very interesting to see what happens moving forward. And it's part of the reasons why there's going to continue to be a lot of volatility in the ZOM stock. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Roblox. So the reason why I'm doing this video, we definitely saw a big time buying opportunity, but let's go over how it did on the day. So we ended up seeing a high of $69.85 and then a low at $60.69. This would have been a great opportunity. And part of the reasons, I know what you're saying, well, Dre, it just IPO'd. How do you know that this is a good price to actually get it at? So if we do the quick technical analysis on here, let's take a look quickly at the 5-day, 5-minute chart so you guys can get an idea of where I'm coming from here. So we already know there's been a lot of downward pressure in the market. You know, there's a lot of correction. We have a lot of stocks that are pulling back. So Roblox has pulled back to $60, but look how fast that recovery actually ended up being. To go from 60 and then making a strong move up to 69, we already knew it already hit that 70 area, is something that you want to see and shows you how bullish it actually is. Also on top of that, we have two analysts that had it rated as a strong buy at the high rating of $85. And the fact that, hey, it got up to 69 today and it still has some more room, because if you take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute very quickly here, this is a territory where we've seen this stock at 72. Am I saying you should be buying it at where it's at right now at 69? No. You could definitely wait for a pullback if it does happen for this particular stock. But when you see this particular area here at $60, this is a buying opportunity, especially if you're looking at it long term. So that's what I want you guys to be aware of. If it pulls back like this, you take advantage. We could definitely see here there was some support here right at this $60 level. We also see there's some support right over here at this $61 level. But one thing that we saw as the day started progressing, we definitely have some support over here at 66. And this is an area to actually keep an eye on. It's one of those areas to look out for if we see a pullback. If it can pull back further beyond this, then we can look forward to seeing another area of support, which you can see getting down even lower. So keep an eye on the price action. And like I said, use the dollar cost averaging approach. Don't go all in with one position with one lump sum, because then you won't be able to take advantage of the dips when they happen. So we can see right here inside the after hours, it's kind of holding itself down fairly well, literally staying between the 50-day as well as the 21-day EMA right here at that $68 range. So taking a look at it very quickly, it hasn't been around that long, so I'm just going to take a look at the 1 month 5-minute chart here. And as you can see over here, we've reached a high previously over here at $79. Of course, it ended up having a high over here at $89. So this kind of gives you a perspective of how much room there is for Roblox to actually move. I definitely look at this play as a medium to long-term type of play. So for my final thoughts for Zomedica, I must say it was very impressive to see the recovery that it actually made today. One of the things you need to realize when you're investing in penny stocks, right? Especially if you're doing it medium term or you're doing it long term, when there's a pullback or we have certain type of market conditions, and again, the price action ends up going downwards, when it recovers, you want to see how much it actually recovers. And the fact that it recovered almost 18% on the day just kind of shows you the overall sentiment around the stock. It just shows you there's a lot of demand, and as we covered, there's also a ton of volume. So when we get this combined together, we get some solid price action. And then of course we have a lot of short interest in there, it being above average. You put this all together in one pot, then you have moves like this. So there's still some bullish sentiment with ZOM. So anyone who is a shareholder, all I gotta say, hey, things are looking good so far. Now for my final thoughts on Roblox. I feel like it is a great opportunity, especially when you can get it in the low 60s. The fact that it tested 60 today and recovered very quickly, making a price movement of almost just under $10 in one day, kind of shows you the sentiment and the demand around this stock. I know it just IPO'd, but we're taking into consideration that we've had a sharp pullback, we have somewhat of a correction, and this stock has been holding itself up very, very well. So when you see a pullback into those areas that we covered, especially on that low of the day, that is an opportunity to start adding with your positions. Of course, you don't want to go in with one lump sum. You want to dollar cost your average your way in. So if you have $1,000, you could break this up into 4 positions, being $250 each. Just an example. Now, if we take a look at what the analysts are saying, here's part of the reasons why I feel like even the deal that you could have taken advantage of today is actually fair, because I do see some upside. So analysts are saying, based on 2, it is a strong buy. One is saying strong buy, the other one is saying a buy. Analyst price target. On the low, we have $60, which it pulled back to today. We have an average of $72.50, and we have a high of $85. So to put things in perspective here, if you're able to get it in on that low, that is not a bad way to start your position out. Because even if it goes down lower than that, then you could use the dollar cost averaging strategy to actually take advantage of actually getting a lower cost average and take advantage of the dip. If you see it starting to run up or it's starting to gain some momentum, you could still get in a bit, but your cost won't be the same because you average down at a lower price. So just so you have that idea, this is a great way if you're thinking about looking at Roblox as a medium to long-term investment. I do see a lot of upside with it, and I do see that it is very popular. And as far as how they generate revenues and so forth, I really like it. I could definitely see it growing as time goes on, and that's part of the reasons why they experienced a ton of growth back in 2020. I can see that continuing for this year. So those are my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking soon.